Warning: this video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness. Viewer discretion advised.
Hi, I'm Bradley with Blue Cord, and having kind of a rough morning. I had 2 doctor's appointments and then I had a third, and I just rescheduled that one. I had 2 video conferences with 2 different doctors, neurology and my other doctor, and I had a third appointment where I actually had to travel to the VA and I just was not feeling up to it. So I rescheduled it. But the consolation is this arrived by UPS this morning, so this is helping me feel a little bit better. This should be the drone. This has a little bit of weight to it. I haven't opened it yet. We're going to do that right now. Yeah, that's what it is, all right. Whew. So here it is, DJI Mavic 3 cinematic version. This is the top of the line version. The other one doesn't really come with many extras. This comes with the extra batteries, comes with the smart controller, a 1 terabyte internal hard drive, and a couple other really neat features. So let's go ahead and we'll take this out of the box. We'll see what this looks like. Now they make custom-made cases just for these, aluminum case. They're all on back order, or they're available and they're not going to be in until sometime next year. So that sounds like a back order to me. So I use Pelican, which is an incredibly robust waterproof case. The military uses these as well. I have one for my high-speed camcorder, and I bought another one just for this purpose. This actually comes with a soft carry case, but it's not armored like the Pelican is, so that's why I got that. Okay, now finally we can open this thing. Yep, and there she is. So there's the drone. Extra batteries. These things are like $250 a piece. And the smart controller. This looks really nice. And it looks like we've got, hopefully the charging station is in here. Okay, so this is the multi-charging station. Oh man, my hands are really slow. It's a good thing I'm not going to try to play the keys today. I think these are the different filters for the lenses. extra propellers. Okay. I mean, this is a pretty nice case, but you know, it just doesn't have the armor or the rigidity that a hard case has. So when you get something like this that costs a lot of money, you want to make sure that you protect it. Make some pretty neat backpacks for this too, but again, I just don't think that that they're going to hold up, and they're definitely not waterproof like the Pelican is. Now this is kind of the fun part when you get a new Pelican case. You open it up, and for the very first time you start really with all these little foam pieces in here, and you can take them apart and create custom areas to put your equipment in. You can see all these tiny little squares, and you can punch them out and keep your equipment safe. So what we do is just take one of these and trace a little outline on it, take the appropriate pieces out, and then we're good. Now over time, this starts to mold around the pieces that you have in here. You can see on my other case, now I have my high-speed digital camcorder in this one. I gotta say, these instructions for something this complex are very lackluster. It's like you get one page here in English, and my goodness, the printing is so small. Yeah, do not use the aircraft in severe weather conditions. Really? Do not fly the aircraft above 6,000 meters. Oh, okay. Do not fly the aircraft in environments where the temperature is below -10 Celsius, which is 14 Fahrenheit. Here's a question for you. At what point do the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales converge? I know what that is. See if you know. I'll tell you later. Later on in the video, I'll give you the answer. Do not fly the aircraft near areas with magnetic or radio interference. Well, that makes sense too. So basically, this is like the first 10 pages of a Ventrac manual. All the stuff you're not supposed to do. I know some of you are curious about the old Walkera Scout that I was talking about, so I'll get it out of the case. This has not seen the light of day in years. This was when I was installing the X8 kit. I made a diagram trying to make sure I got all the wiring correct. And it's been in there since we've been in Maine. But back in the day, this thing was state of the art. I mean, it's a pretty cool thing. Now, here's an example of the technology as it progresses over time. This, 7 years ago, was a state-of-the-art battery. This was rated at 5,200 milliamp hours. This is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery today. So these almost have exactly the same capacity. But look at this, not just the size difference, but the weight difference. If I put these on a scale, my goodness, this is probably a good 3 times the size in mass. And I'm not sure, maybe close to double the weight. Just incredible. I mean, this is how electronics advance. It's just amazing how far things have come in such a relative short amount of time. Now here's the old radio, or the transmitter, and it did have a built-in display, which again, back in the day, this was state of the art to have an integrated display on the transmitter, and I believe this is a 12 channel. Had all kinds of extra switches to control the gimbal and other features on the drone. This was really awesome. I mean, oh my gosh. I just remember how excited I was when I got this, and I guess you could say that's how excited I am today for getting this new drone. I'm feeling a lot of nostalgia opening this case and looking at this old thing, because this was the drone that was responsible for some of the really great aerial footage that is really included in every single video that I upload. You can see it's in the outro and in the end credits. All the aerial photographs that you can see from Maine were from this drone. Well, somehow I believe that the best resource I'm going to have to learn about this drone is probably on the internet. So I'll go to DJI's website. I'll see what I can pull up. Maybe I'm too old-fashioned, but I don't believe there's anything better than having an actual book that I can flip through, look through the pages, and learn about it rather than using an online resource. I like a good book. I don't know. I guess that's just outdated. Now I'm going through the screens to update the firmware and the software for the drone. I'm going through a lot of screens so far, but this touchscreen transmitter is really, really nice. Well, I think the firmware update is finished, and I'm just kind of messing around, and you can see with the controls I can pan the camera up and down. So we're getting there. We'll see what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. I might try to take it up and do a test flight then. All right, now since we're in the basement here, GPS signal is pretty weak. You can see the map here, and it has no idea where we are. I think once this is on for a few minutes, it'll say the map was coming up yesterday, and it was showing us right here in the middle of the house, which is pretty neat. Find my drone. Start flashing and beeping. I hope I never have to use that feature. Now, for one of the fun parts, it's not a huge deal, but it's always fun to put our business logo on something new. So we're going to put our logo on this case as well. You can see we have it on the other case. Let's go out in the shop and check over the sizes that we have and bring something back that'll fit nicely on here. This is a really nice morning. It's about 28 degrees, but the air is so calm. It's just a really, really nice morning. Okay. We don't keep our labels in any place fancy. We just got a pile of them right here on top of the wheelbarrow. So let's find a good size. We'll take it back in and put it on. Now my friend Rick Milne from Tam Art Studio printed these vinyl labels, and they're the finest quality I have ever seen, which is why I order only from him. Now, real quick, the answer to where the Fahrenheit and Celsius scales converge is -40. -40 Fahrenheit and -40 Celsius are exactly the same temperature. I appreciate you all taking the time to tag along as I'm preparing the new drone for its first flight. So we're going to do that in an upcoming episode very shortly. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already, please take the time to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And that way, when we upload new videos, not only will you be notified if you hit the notifications bell, but it also helps other people find this really great channel for Ventrac stuff and other cool things. So again, thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you in the next video.